Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. It is July 5th, 2024. Pretty sure this episode. I said episode. I'm pretty sure this episode should come out today, if not early morning, because I've been having trouble. I don't know if it's YouTube. I have to say this, dude. YouTube is supposed to be like the biggest video platform, and I don't know. I told you guys I have a conspiracy. Starting right off with conspiracy, off of the bang. I don't know if YouTube's just fucking with me, because I've had trouble uploading at the house, which the house we thought maybe it's just the internet, because my mom doesn't have as good as internet as we were paying for when I lived in the apartment, and we just moved back in with my mom. And I guess it's less gigs and stuff. And she has her cell phone that she listens to music on. I have my television, which is hooked up to internet, which I watch YouTube on. My wife has her computer, her Switch, which she does online gaming. We have a lot of shit hooked up, so it could just be an internet connection thing. But then I have roaming internet on my phone, and I've tried to download episodes here at work, and it's literally took all fucking night and like drained my phone battery and shit. So I don't know what's going on. I think it's just YouTube fucking with me, because Rumble, we uploaded 4 episodes on Rumble on our new account because we're trying to branch out, and it uploaded each episode within like seconds, man. I mean, like each episode downloaded within like the length of a song, so maybe like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, something like that. But anyways, I hope everyone had a good 4th of July. Ours was pretty good. It was the first time, I believe, in years that I had got to see fireworks and shit. So that was nice. And it was only like a 30-minute show. And I was talking to my wife about something. And I don't think it's like Mandela effect. I don't think it's anything like that. But I've noticed the older I've gotten, like, has anyone else noticed that this year, and it could just be an age thing, because they say scientifically it's proven that the older you get, the faster time goes. When you're younger, you have less years on this earth and more years that you have promised to you by God to live. And so your perception of time is super fucking slow. Like, everything seems like forever. I remember when I was young, like, summer vacation felt like it was like a year, everything just felt slower. And the older I've gotten, like, time has been flying. Like, this year has flown by so fucking fast. And maybe it's just me, and it has been a crazy year because we got evicted from our apartment because they got bought out by new landlords, and they doubled the rent, so we couldn't afford it. So, I mean, it has been a crazy, stressful, hectic year for us. And I was telling my wife, we haven't really been able to go out and travel and do shit like we normally do. Anyone who keeps up with the channel knows that we go on day trips, like small day trips. We do a lot of hiking, check out paranormal shit, local shit, in our backyard. And we ain't been able to do none of that this year. And it's July now. August, September, is it me, or September start of fall, right? Like, we only have like 2 more months of summer, and I feel like summer just started. Like, I don't know. But anyways, it ties in with like July 4th because yesterday we were watching fireworks and it was a 30-minute show. And I swear, dude, like, it started and I was like, hey, I'll go run and go pee real quick. So I ran to a McDonald's right across the street. McDonald's lobby was closed because of every company has now become weird since COVID. Like, everyone's still on COVID restrictions. Maybe it's just a Kentucky thing, but it's like, dude, the sun just set and you guys' lobby's closed. Like, that's fucking weird. I don't know. And yet people bitch about we can't get jobs, and it's like, well, keep your lobby open, you know? To me, as a business owner, there was us and like a shit ton of people watching fireworks. I'm talking like it took us an hour to get out. Well, not an hour, but like 45 minutes to get out of the parking lot. Like, it was huge. Like, as a business owner, I'd be like, yeah, we're open till 11 or midnight. You know, like, we're making that money, baby. But yeah, lobby was closed. I'm like, so I had to go sneak in my car, and here I am admitting to a crime. And I did cover up. I didn't expose myself to anyone, but I had to like sit down and like pee in a cup. So I went back to watch the fireworks. It felt like it was like a 10-minute show. And I looked at my wife. I'm like, is that normal? That's it? Like, we watched, like, I felt like 5 minutes of fireworks and then like a 5-minute finale, maybe even like a 3-minute finale. And she's like, yeah, that's it. And I'm like, is it me, or does that, like, maybe it's just perception of time is changing. But when I was a kid, I swear, like, fireworks shows felt like fucking like an hour and a half long, dude. Even when I was like 18, 19 years old with my ex-wife, I felt like fireworks shows lasted like an hour and a half, 2 hours, dude. It just felt like forever. I don't know. Maybe that's a part of getting older. You got anyone who's older? Because I do check my statistics or my scales. I forget the actual word for it. But I actually have like an older audience. Most of my audience is like 35, 40, 44, around there and shit. So not super old, but not super young, like middle-aged older audience. So let me know if you're older, because I'm 32. Let me know if you guys feel like perception of time is faster. Does it keep getting faster? Because I don't like this at all. I felt like this year has flown by. I feel like, honestly, January, February, I feel March, like we should be in April right now. March or April. It's terrifying. I don't like it because I fear death. But anyways, that was my 4th of July. It was fun. Had some Chinese food. We went to a buffet and had some Chinese food with the family, and the food sucked. I didn't have much of an appetite. And then I almost threw it all up because I went to the bathroom and their urinal was broke. So it literally was filled with like piss from all day long. And I started gagging. All right, so that was my 4th of July. Let's get into some conspiracy. I won't drag it out forever, but I did notice the FBI. I don't watch it all the time. My brother, my oldest brother, he's a conspiracy theorist like me. And he got me turned on to this channel. He said he watches this channel a lot. Like, this is where he gets his news from. And this is not me shit talking him, because I actually do like this channel. But I do have one complaint though, and I understand why he does it. He watches Marfoogle News. And the dude does put out like a shit ton of awesome information. And oh shit. Sorry, dude, I'm filming in a parking lot I don't want to record her, but there is a tweaker that just pulled in. I mean, she is tweaking hard. Unless she has like Parkinson's or MS or something, which she shouldn't be driving if she does have that bad of a tick. But god damn, she's tweaking. She's cute too. So like, girl, if you on drugs, you're gonna ruin your fucking face and body. That's sad. Lexington, baby. What was I saying? Oh, Marfugel News. So he put out... Let me talk about Marfugel News a little bit, because I do like talking about other creators, not to be mean or gossip or anything. So he introduced me to Marfugel News. This guy is super fucking cool, super fucking nice. I would love to meet him, love to be on the show. I'd love to call in one day. But I stopped listening to him because a lot of his titles are clickbait. Like, I would get notifications on my phone, and every notification would be like super dramatic titles, like in all caps, like, will a meteor hit us this year? Nuclear war? Troops are moving? And I'm like, dude, like, I felt like every video that he put out, like, it's all apocalyptic and like fear, you know, based on fear. Like I said, I'm not talking shit. I do like the channel. I'm a fan. He puts out a lot of good info. And I understand, let me tell you this, as a content creator, because I do it too, you want the title of your video to be as clickbait as possible. And every content creator does it. The only ones who don't do it are like people who literally just put out random videos and like cat videos and shit like that. But like, as a content creator, you want people to click. So I do understand that. And that's not even just YouTube and podcasting. That's journalism 101. You know, I used to be a journalist. I used to write for the Garrett County paper. I used to write for the school paper in high school. I just never pursued the career in journalism because I got into bartending. Quick, easy money. And they teach you, basically, when you write an article, make the title of it as dramatic and crazy as possible. So I do understand that. But I kind of stopped listening to him because every video was like, the end of the world. But I watched a video yesterday, and this ties in with 4th of July. He did a short little 5-minute video about the FBI warning that everyone to keep their head on a swivel and be careful for 4th of July celebrations this year, that there might be a terrorist attack or some crazy lone shooter, it might be an attack. Like an official warning from the FBI. And if you watch this channel long enough, we all know that the FBI is sketchy as fuck. Now, does that mean that the FBI, the people, I believe it's like a pyramid system, just like everything's a pyramid system. Every corporation, every business, everything is a pyramid system. Even here at the grocery store that I work at, it's a pyramid system. I'm at the bottom. There's managers above me. There's managers above them. There's managers above them. They're all trying to make money so they can get a nice vacation this year, so they can go on a cruise. That's everything. But at the very top levels, I believe the FBI is corrupt and evil. Not as bad as the CIA, because the CIA is just pure fucking evil. The only person I would not trust, because I don't trust anyone, but the only person that I would say is probably decent people within the CIA is literally like front desk secretaries and shit. Maybe a paper boy who goes and drops off memos to desk and shit. Janitors at the CIA. McDonald's at the CIA, because they do have McDonald's at the CIA for people who want to eat like in the cafeteria. Like, that's That's the only good people I would say in the CIA. I think if you got a badge and a gun, you're into some shady shit. And if you're not, you're hoping they don't find out that you're a good guy, you know? So it cracked me up that people are like, oh no, our government cares about us. And it's like, no. If the FBI, it made me automatically go, as soon as I seen that and watched this video, I was like, oh man, the FBI is going to do a false flag today. And I'm like, luckily I live in a big city, but it's not super huge. It's Kentucky big. It's Lexington, Kentucky. So it's big, but it's not like Louisville. Louisville's our biggest city. So I was like, man, they're going to do a false flag. So I wasn't worried because we were literally parked in a Save-A-Lot parking lot watching fireworks to dodge traffic. And even then, we still couldn't dodge traffic. But anytime they're warning like that, and especially the FBI, because I don't trust the FBI, it made me sad, and it made me go, oh, they're going to do a false flag. And I didn't want to put out a video because I try not to fearmonger. I almost thought about it. Should I put out a video just like, hey, everyone, just keep your head on a swivel, know where your exits are, keep an eye on shit. If you get weird feelings, get the fuck out. But then I'm like, I've actually warned people in the past about certain things, and people have gotten mad at me for it and trash talked me in the comments, and I've deleted it. Let me actually go into that because we got time. We'll call this probably, honestly, a 4th of July special. Hang on just a second. Checking my time. So, I'm not gonna lie. This happened to me years ago, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate on both sides because I was in the wrong on certain things. This was back when I lived in like 2 apartments ago. So this was years ago. And I was diving into a rabbit hole and drinking a shit ton and not sleeping enough. I mean, this was when I was like bad drinking, before I went to like rehab and before my jail stints and shit. And so I already admit that, you know. But I was researching the Batman shooter. No, there was a Batman shooter and there was a Joker shooter. And I was researching the Joker shooter, his ties to the government, the one that dyed his hair orange and shit, and he shot up a theater that was playing Batman, and then they mysteriously found him in the parking lot. There was some weird shit that the side door was left open. So I was already feeling crazy from that. And then I was finding weird shit that shooter was sold next to the Batman shooter, the one that dressed up like Batman. It wasn't as big as a shooting, but he like shot up something. I can't remember. I'll have to do a deep dive on that. But they were like celled next to each other, which was really strange. The prison guard was seen on the news talking about she was locked up in there too, but turns out she was actually working for the prison. She was a prison guard. Somebody put 2 and 2 together, figured out that she was either like a plant trying to get more info or something weird. The whole thing just felt fishy as fuck. So I was already paranoid and going crazy about that shit. You'd have to go years back on my videos to find that whole rabbit hole. So I'm like real weirded out, like with conspiracy when Batman and Joker starts getting brought into it. Why is it always Batman and Joker, for one? And two, it's strange because, like, with this most recent conspiracy, like the whole Friends conspiracy with Doja Cat and the Matthew guy who played on Friends, I forget his last name, that just died mysteriously. He was putting on all these weird Batman tweets, and I'm like, here we go with Batman again. What's up with the Batman Joker shit? Like, I don't understand. Heath Ledger's death was super mysterious with the whole, I don't know. There's so much to unpack there. I can't get into it all. I hope I don't sound like a crazy person rambling, but is anyone else like wondering what's up with the Batman false flag shooting shit? So the Joker movie was coming out, and I was warning people to be real fucking careful. And by the way, I was warning people before the mainstream media was warning people, and I was warning people for different reasons. I was warning people that there might be shootings for the new Joker movie that was going on at the time with Joaquin Phoenix, that Joker. And I was warning people, I seriously think they're going to do some false flag shooting. And I didn't know at the time, but the media was saying the same thing, but saying it a different way. They were saying that white extremist incels, they were already pushing a narrative that white nationalist conservative incels are going to go and kill people. So I think what happened was people thought that I was pushing mainstream media propaganda when I wasn't, and they didn't know how deep that I was diving into false flags and the Joker shooting, the previous one, the Dark Knight shooting or whatever. And like I said, I was a little unhinged at the time, but I think people misunderstood. I wasn't pushing mainstream propaganda. These were from my research. I just had a real bad feeling, and I was trying to put out a warning. I genuinely was concerned and worried about my listeners, because I know this sounds weird, but I do love you all. I don't know a lot of you, but I have, honestly, being raised Christian, I still have Christian values of you're supposed to love people. And I believe you're supposed to love people more than you love yourself. You're supposed to give them the shirt off your back, stuff like that. So I genuinely do love you all. I'm not some nihilistic, evil person over here. But I just got a lot of hate in the comment section. And like I said, at the time, I was unhinged and going through a lot of mental issues. I was drinking heavy. I wasn't sleeping right. This was before rehab. This was before I straightened my life out. I was going down I had to hit rock bottom, and I was heading in a downward spiral. And so I deleted my warning video. And by the way, another thing too, I love the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix. It's dope they're coming out with a second one. But I was genuinely scared too. My wife was like, do you want to go to the movies and watch this? And I'm like, no. We were scared. And I was like, and if we do, I'm going to scope this fucking place out. Like, I'm going to check side doors. I'm going to be like paranoid the whole time. Like, I was scared that I would get in trouble because someone would think I was a shooter. Because I'm a punk and I dress sketchy and shit, you know. I look sketchy. As soon as I walk in a room, I still get it. Like, people are like, this guy's kind of weird looking. But here's how bad I was drinking during that time period. I was doing like 4 to 5 shots of liquor a day. Like, I was getting out of bed. I was bartending at the time. So I would get up around 10 or 11. And I would go straight to the liquor store. And I'd get like 4 or 5 shots of liquor. And I was doing them sporadically. And then I would try to gag down some food. with like a tall boy natty daddy, which is like 8% alcohol. So I would drink that with food, then do another shot, and then I would go to work, bartend, and while I was bartending and serving, I was doing probably 4 or 5 shots at work. And then I would come home, do like 1 or 2 shots, and drink an entire 6-pack of tall boy natty daddies and black out. Like, when I would get home from work and do that last shot and eat dinner and start drinking, I was literally at the blackout point then. I was drinking heavy, dog. So when I was doing this conspiracy research, after I deleted that video warning people about the upcoming Joker movie and how I thought there'd be a false flag, which, by the way, I'm grateful I'm wrong, because I hate to hear that people die and shit. And as far as I know, nothing happened on 4th of July, and I'm glad for that. Otherwise, because I was worried before I filmed this video. I kind of scanned through my inbox. I'm like, did anything happen yesterday? And as far as I know, nothing happened. So I'm like, thank God. Which I'm glad I didn't put that warning out, because I hate making predictions and being wrong. I hate to ruin people's plans of, like, because there are people who take that shit to heart, and they'd be like, well, I was going to take my kids to the fireworks, but you said there's going to be a shooting, and we didn't go, and you ruined my 4th. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to just put fear out there. But I was drinking so fucking heavy, and I deleted the video years ago, and I immediately felt anger. I'm like, these people don't understand me. They think I'm crazy. They're calling me crazy in the comment section, which I was crazy. I was like horribly an alcoholic at the time. And I felt that devil in my veins, that liquor, and I literally started feeling the way that you shouldn't feel of, well, I tried to warn them, now they deserve to die. You know, I hope that something happens so that they get hurt and they realize I was right, because there goes the ego, the alcoholism, the ego, the anger, the evilness of it. Which I never posted any video saying you all deserve to die. But yeah, that's why I didn't say nothing about it yesterday, but that was a conspiracy that was going on yesterday. That was a conspiracy theory. The people were worried about what was going on. So let's do a little talking. I got more time. It's only 28 minutes, so let's talk about one more thing, and then we'll get into, and then we'll cut this episode off. I really didn't plan on talking that long, but well, let's see. I could put this out as a full episode, just a shorter one, a 30-minute one. That's the only conspiracy I have, is that they thought that the FBI thought that there was going to be a shooting or something, or some sort of event yesterday, and I thought it was going to be a false flag event. I'm very careful on predictions. This is one thing. I try not to make predictions on this channel, and if I do make predictions, I try to say this is what I think is going to happen. So if you're a content creator, this is my advice to you. As someone, I would consider myself a veteran content creator at this point. Don't fall into the whole QAnon bullshit as far as like, this will happen on this day, or this is happening. There's nothing wrong with predictions, but make sure you say this is what I feel is going to happen. Don't say that this will happen. Because when it doesn't happen, you lose credibility. And there's only so many times of you losing credibility to where you turn out like someone who is like Juano Savin or Praying Medic, and like no one believes the words you say anymore. The boy who cried wolf. you sit there and keep crying wolf and nothing happens, eventually people are just going to give up and not believe you anymore. So that's my advice to you. And I try not to make predictions on this channel. And if I have made predictions on this channel and they don't come true, I try to apologize for them. You know, that's like I've been putting out a lot of political videos because politics is honestly a hot topic right now and I'm interested in it, and there's a lot of crazy shit going on. So yeah, I mean, I've been talking about it a lot, but even then I'm like saying I don't want to make any political predictions because the political predictions I've made in the past have all been fucking wrong. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I thought that Joe Biden wasn't going to win, which he didn't. It was stolen. So I was kind of right on that one. But I thought they were going to put him in, if he did win, they were going to put him in office maybe for like 4 months and then pull him out and replace him with Kamala. That never happened. And it surprised me. It surprised a bunch of fucking people. We're all like, how are they still running this guy when he's blatantly got dementia, like, and brain damage and senile? Like, there's no fucking way. So the point that they're running him again, I'm like, he has to have made some sort of deal with the devil or devils, that he has to have made some sort of back behind closed doors deal that they're like, yeah, you get one more run, you know? Because they're still not pulling him out. I don't understand. No one understands. I don't, does anyone know what the fuck's going on? Like, is he still running after the debate and after the media, the mainstream media has turned on him? He's still running. He hasn't stepped down as far as I know. Like, it's insane. I have no idea what they're doing. Like, it almost makes me wonder, like, it has to be like a discouragement strategy, like cucking us, because that's the only thing that makes sense is they're trying to like demoralize us, because none of this makes sense. It makes me want to be like, dude, hire me for the Illuminati. Someone will clip that and make it in. I'm being facetious, but someone will clip that and make it into a video. See Abe's Illuminati, which I would never join. But I'm like, dude, I work at a grocery store and just talk about shit talk on the internet, and like I feel like I could be a better planner, like in the Illuminati, as far as like, I don't get it. Maybe they've lost their touch. Maybe it's the old guard going into the new, that they just don't know how to be evil masterminds anymore. Because you got all these older Illuminati motherfuckers stepping down, and the younger generation, maybe they're just spoiled dumb brats and they don't know how to be cutthroat and evil, or they're just honestly just stupid. They don't know how to be dark lords, you know? And it's like, I think I could be better Illuminati than these guys, but I have no clue what's going on. And I don't bat 1,000, so hey, that's a good ending to the episode. Abe Williams, you could put that as a quote, you know, Abe Williams. I have no clue what's going on. But happy 4th of July. I think I'll put this out as the 4th of July special episode. So y'all have a good day. Hit me up in the comments, talk to me, let me know what you think. Hopefully this was a decent episode. I might put out another one, who knows. Love y'all.